door, watching and waiting. Ooh, you in it for you, but your eyes are on the door. Oh, here he comes. Watch out for him, he'll read the news. Oh, here he comes. He's a man-eater. A jive talking eater. Oh, here he comes. Watch out, boy, he's gonna read the news again. Let's do it now, I'm losing my grip, here we go. I was trying to pull off a little Hall & Oates there. If you're a real true, someone right now, they're going, dude, I told you 1,000 fucking times he ain't in the fucking heavy metal. He just talked about Hall & Oates. John Hall and Paul Oates. Love me a little man-eater, a little bit of rich girl, all that stuff. Really? Are you guys down for the Hall & Oates? Welcome to another episode of Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo, your best damn friend on the internet. Loving you deeply, wishing you the best in the world, hoping that everything's going good for you, hoping that you're breathing deep. If you're hearing a timbre in my voice right now and you're saying there's something up, you're right. I got a rant to tell you about, and I've got some questions to ask if we have any lawyers out there in the audience. But I've got a bit of a head cold, so it might sound a little off. I didn't want to hit any of those high notes and stuff on the keyboards while I was doing this because, my voice is going out. I'm sick. I can't hit the super highs. But we're into it. 146 of Jive Talkin. Now, first piece of business, this is not the place for requests of any kind. Any other video I've got, you can go ahead and do that. That's, Miss Althea brought that to my attention. We're going to get that out of the way right now. Second, if you've watched a few of my videos like the Sleep Token one I did or the Motley Crue one I did or whatever where I put the green screen and I was bigger, I wanted to bring it to you guys before I did it first. Should I try doing the Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo's like that? I got to set up a green screen and stuff like that, but I would be a little bit bigger and I would be more in the frame instead of the little box where you see me now. I'm the man in the box. So get in the comments and tell me in one way or another. You can say, hey, yeah, do that or don't do that. I'm fine with the podcast the way it is. Maybe most of you just listen to it, and so it doesn't really matter. But we got your comments. We've got stories galore. Bret Michaels, I think there's a thing going on with Poison because Ricky Rocket and those guys are saying Bret doesn't want to go out in 2025. And Bret Michaels is going, I tell you, it sure would be good for Poison to go out in 2026. Jon Bon Jovi talks a woman off a bridge. What? And Stephen Pearcy has a crazy story about Ozzy Osbourne. All that and more along with your comments. You see the face right here. That is Dave Grohl. He is a damn cheater. Oh, I was going to tell you my grievance, my rant first. Dave, I'm sorry, you and your infidelities will have to wait because I'm going to tell these fine folks about it. You son of a 21 years, Dave, with your lovely, beautiful wife and your children. And you go and have sexy boom boom with another lady, and now you've got... We'll get into that in a minute. Okay. Do we have any lawyers? Maybe I shouldn't say that. I got another copyright strike. And you'll have to go hunt down the source for this, but I spoke of the other copyright strike that I got. Remember that Gene Simmons video that I got a copyright strike for? The same guy hit me with another copyright strike. Guess what? It was an image of Gene Simmons. If you saw, I did a 60-second TikTok some time ago about the first time Gene Simmons was ever burned by fire on stage, blowing fire. The image was just in the background behind me as I was talking about the first time he had been burned. I got a copyright strike on my channel for the image because this guy, the guy that did it before, says that he owns the film footage where that still shot was taken. So this is the petty kind of stuff that we're dealing with here. It was a still image shot that was used on Ultimate Guitar magazine for an article. Louder sound. You can see that image. are several other websites. It is available right now. If you put Gene Simmons, the first time Gene Simmons was burned by fire live or whatever, this image will pop up. This guy's copyright strike me. Well, this time he emails. He replies because I said, look, I think I might just fight this. I might just go ahead and do that. So I've got all the emails and everything else because he says, I don't think you want to do that because do you know what you got to do? You have to have a lawyer and money and you have to, and you need to make sure that you own that copyright because, I mean, he's really laying it out. And don't make me, he says something about keeping the email and sending it to YouTube about my threatening thing to him, right? And all I just said is, look, this image is readily available. You can Google it right now and see that image. So if you're going to copyright strike me, then you need to get a hold of about 50,000 other people that have used this image over the years. But that's not all. Here's something that I scratch my head about. This guy gives me a copyright strike. But then I look up, do you remember about a year ago, I would say October of 23, when Kiss filed a lawsuit against somebody that was claiming that they owned stuff from 1974 to 1979? Well, that same person that Kiss is suing in October 23, I don't know what happened with it or whatever, but is the same guy that gave me a strike on my channel for using that image. So I would love to get some feedback from you out there if you know it, if you want to go and do some Googling and some investigating and see that image for yourself. I don't even know if that lawsuit that was filed in October of 2023 by Kiss Limited, Kiss Unlimited, whatever they go by, suing versus blank. And I didn't bring that up in any of the emails. But essentially what I did was I was like, come on, man. You can get rid of this strike. All they have to do is if they make a claim, they remove that video, and then they give me a copyright strike. But if they give you the offer, here's the guy's email address. You can get a hold of these people and say, hey, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize that was a problem. I'll gladly remove the video. Could you take away the copyright strike? Well, he says we don't have the manpower to take away strikes, which tells me that he's striking everybody everywhere all the time. Anyways, we're going to get on to a fun and fantastic episode of the podcast here, but I did want to bring that up because I feel like I'm kind of being bullied in a way. And he's like, and don't make any more videos about this, and make sure that you're not using copyrighted materials when you do it. It's like my entire channel is copyright stuff, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of kick-ass bands out there that share the revenue with you or give you the revenue. So, I'm very interested on that image because it's just an image and I'm over the top of the image. You can only see his head and stuff, if you remember that. It's gone now. But I find that very interesting because now all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute. This guy, this fellow that I'm sure any Kiss fucking crazed fans out there knows, is it in fact true? I don't even know if it's true, but I swear I heard about Kiss suing somebody because they were claiming that they owned property that belonged to Kiss. And this is the same fellow that is giving me copyright strike. So I would love to get to the bottom of this and find out what the hell's happening. Do I got to start a GoFundMe to get a lawyer? Or, don't worry about it. It'll drop off in 3 months. It's not the fact that it'll drop off in 3 months. It's the fact that I used an image that's readily available. I referenced the Louder Sound article, I believe, in the 60-second video. I'm off it. Okay, I'm done. How many minutes are we into this thing already? All right, just get down there and tell me your thoughts and opinions on it, okay? We can leave names out of it. I don't want any kind of horse shenanigans or harassments or anything going on if you PI investigators have figured anything out. I just want to know the ins and the outs of using that image. Who owns it and what's the deal with it? Let's get into it. This guy right here, this dirty dog. Dave Grohl announces birth of daughter outside of marriage, says he is working to regain wife's trust. Well, I'll tell you something right now, Dave. I think he says he's going to be a good daddy, take care of the kid and stuff. How's your wife supposed to love that? You know, you bring the little child. Here comes Tanya. Tanya's coming over for the swim party, the Foo Fighter swim party. How's everyone supposed to grapple with that? Sure, it might be a cute child and stuff, but you've done it damn dirty. You've went and done your wife damn dirty. Dave Grohl has admitted to cheating on his wife and fathering a child outside of his marriage. Taking to Instagram early Tuesday, September 10th, the former Nirvana drummer and current Foo Fighters frontman says, "There goes my hero." No. "I've recently become the father of a new baby daughter, born outside of my marriage. I plan to be a loving and supportive parent to her. I love my wife and my children, and I'm doing everything I can to regain their trust and earn their forgiveness." Well, Dave, he added, he's adding, "We're grateful for your consideration toward all the children involved as we move forward together." Now, the wife could skip town and she'd make a pretty penny, I'll tell you that. 21 years? Where, California? Is that where he's living, in California? Grohl, who is widely regarded as one of the nicest stars in the music business, has 3 daughters with his wife, model and TV producer Jordan Blum, whom he married in 2003. His eldest daughter, Violet, is a touring member of Foo Fighters. Well, that just makes it worse, Dave. Violet's back there knocking on the tour bus. Daddy, what are you doing in there? Daddy? Dave switched off the comments on his Instagram post, meaning fans could not directly react to his stunning revelation. Back in 2009, Dave Grohl discussed the importance of his family, telling Time, "I used to tour 9 months out of the year. Now I don't like being away from my kids for more than 12 days. He continued, "It changed everything that I do. When you have kids, you see life through different eyes. You feel love more deeply and are maybe a little more compassionate. It's inevitable that would make it its way." See, when you put two that's together, that's what really gets me. It's inevitable that you make it its way into your songwriting. So, I mean, there you have that. I'm not a fan of that, Dave. You don't need to be a jerk to your wife, even though maybe she's not tending to your needs quite as much as you'd like, because you're busy, you're busy on the road, and then when you come home, she's got a headache. But either way, don't do that anymore. Jon Bon Jovi here. He literally saves a woman from jumping off a bridge. I mean, could he not be a sweeter fellow? Jon Bon Jovi convinces woman not to jump off Nashville Bridge. I feel like the minute she went, "Holy fuck, you're Jon Bon Jovi." I mean, I feel like you'd get away from the bridge. You'd be like, "Can I get a selfie? Can I get an autograph?" Jon Bon Jovi reportedly helped save a woman who was hanging off of a bridge in Nashville. Wow. According to the Metro Nashville Police Department, the 62-year-old Bon Jovi frontman was filming a music video around 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 10th, on the John Siegenthaler pedestrian bridge. When he saw the woman hanging off the ledge, John approached the woman, who appeared to be getting ready to end her life by jumping off the bridge, and spoke with her and convinced her not to commit suicide. He eventually helped her back onto the pedestrian walkway, gave her a deep hug before they walked off together. Both the Nashville Fire Department and the Metro Nashville Police Department responded to the scene. A surveillance video, get the hell out of town. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it, girl. What's he singing to her? Both the Nashville, we got that. A surveillance video of the incident released by the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department can be seen below. It takes all of us to help keep each other safe. I love that. Who said that? Metro Nashville Police Chief John Drake. He's got it. It takes all of us to help keep each other safe. Do not ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. John Drake, you can add that to your repertoire. John reportedly has extensive training in interacting with people in crisis due to his Jon Bon Jovi Soul Foundation. Jesus. He saved her from the bridge and instantly enrolled her in the program. The organization the organization's purpose is to recognize and maximize the human potential in those affected by hunger, poverty, and homelessness by offering assistance in establishing programs that provide food and affordable housing while supporting social services and job training programs. Doesn't that just sound lovely? According to its website. Video has been removed for a violation. YouTube community service violation. Someone got a strike on that, everybody. Somebody came down with the Metro Nashville PD. They just got a strike for that. And it wasn't from the same fella. We might be getting to your comments a little earlier. I did have another story in there. It was kind of funny because it was Ricky Rocket saying, well, Bret Michaels doesn't want a tour in 2025. And then it was Bret Michaels saying, I tell you what, hey, you give me something to believe in. He said, boy, it sure would be good if Poison get out on the road in 2026. And then the guy that tours with Bret Michaels was in another article saying, here's the reasons why I don't want to tour with Bret Michaels and Poison in 2025. So I thought that was all interesting. But let's get into this right here. Accepts Wolf Hoffman. He's going to tell you about the true meaning of happiness. What could be greater than that? Wolf Hoffman's going to explain to us the true meaning of happiness. Isn't there a thing, the true meaning of Christmas? I think that I'm just reading that sentence and it doesn't sound normal. The true meaning of happiness, the true meaning of Christmas. Sounds like it should be the normal thing, but Uns Wolfenstein. In a new interview with Broke, can you hear how stuffed up I am, congested? I told myself I will not let you down. I said, I got the snuffle. I can't do this. I can't do it. I told myself, you can't do this today. You can't. You need to take a break. They'll understand. No. I will not. I will not. I will not let you down. In a new interview with Brocardi. Yeah, you say that? And what the hell is it? A podcast? Except guitarist Wolf Hoffman was asked if he reached that point in his career where he no longer concerns himself with other people's opinions. He said, I'm working on it. I think that's actually the true meaning of happiness. If you stop thinking about it, if you don't give a shit about certain things, you're supposed to give a shit about a lot of things. But at some point, if you're really secure in yourself, then you say, you know what? This is me, and deal with it. All of that is true. As soon as you are secure with yourself, every flaw, I'm not talking, nobody's perfect, baby. Nobody's perfect. You're going to have a little fat in the cheeks. You're going to have a little lump here. You got a scar and a crack. You're going to have some stuff. Nobody's perfect. But you love those imperfections because you're the only one that has them. And you say, yeah, I might have a crooked face. I saw this kid on TikTok and I said, by God, he is secure in himself. He had been burned alive, this kid. And he was starting college. His first day, the video was they were taking him to college. And I'm going to say this, and I do not mean it in a way, but he looked like a monster from a monster movie. But it wasn't because he was, it's just the way life is. And for whatever thing happened. But the fucking cojones on this guy to say, I'm going to get an education. I'm going to go, and I don't care because I'm secure in myself, so I don't give a shit what people think of me. I love that. I love it. That's what you need to do for yourself. Asked if he ever has gotten trolled. By people on social media, Wolf replied, "Well, honestly, I stay away from it. I post the occasional stuff, but if I were to read every comment about everything that we do, I think it can spiral out of control and you can drive yourself mad. Because there's always going to be somebody who says something nasty about you. In this day and age, for sure. So I guess you've got to believe in what you do and just put your best foot forward. And then let the chips fall, fair say may. Because you can't please everybody. That's a given." As previously reported, Accept will celebrate their 50th anniversary in 2025-2026. This marks the mammoth milestone. The band will ring in the band's golden birthday with a very unique anniversary tour at the end of 2025, and an anniversary album will be released early 2026. So there you have that. Do you see how we're just breezing through this? I feel like my I don't want to say anger, but my rant there probably ate up a bit of time. Let's go. Every time I see that face, Bret Michaels, I say, well, he needs a bit of work done on his soul patch as well, doesn't he? It looks like it's a bit off there. He's going for that, the soul patch that comes down under the lip, but then it spreads out, kind of fans out to a little portion around the chin there. But remember, Michael Sweet's soul patch was a bit goofed up. And this one's, and he's got a bald spot there. I shouldn't be talking about it. The hair on my face is like cat hair. I grow hair like cat. Brad Michael, the Michael Man, he says 2026 would be the perfect time for Poison to return to the live stage. He's working his deals, this guy. This guy's working the deals. He says, I got to tell you guys, my Bret Michael Party Gras tours are really cool. He wants to keep doing those. He likes it. And the money is so much better. You just get a bunch of flunkies to play with you, and then you get that. The Bret Michaels name is what gets the money. Poison frontman Bret Michaels has explained his reason for not wanting to tour with Poison in 2024, and I thank him for that. He could leave us hanging. Early today, Thursday, September 12th, Michaels released the following statement via social media. To clear the air of any confusion, I just want to clarify to all the amazing family, friends, and fans who I remain forever grateful for, that it's no secret I have stated previously that in 2025, I'm planning to perform a little limited shows to focus primarily on health, starting with my diabetes, which needs a tune-up. You got to do that for yourself, buddy. You got to do that. Not to mention a little R&R. That's relaxation. That's, rest and relaxation. As everyone knows, my tireless work ethic and passion for performing music, as well as so much needed personal family time. Like I recently stated, I'm like a classic muscle car. Still fast and still fun to drive. Just need a little more maintenance. LOL. However, in 2026, I'm excited to say it will be Poison's 40th anniversary since the release of Look What the Cat Dragged In. That's 1986. That'd be a good one, though. I mean, maybe that's why Bret Michaels is the boss. He understands that. Why are we going in 2025 if the 40-year anniversary of the only good album, okay, the two good albums that we have, but the big banger, Look What the Cat Dragged In, is going to be 40 years old? Why would we do that, guys? My health is bad. I got diabetes. Why would I do 2 years straight in a row? This guy's a fucking genius. So, hey, now, come on now. So it would make perfect sense to have the possibility of a reunion in 2026. In my opinion, it would be the perfect 40th anniversary tour with 40 awesome limited dates to go out. Play real live hit songs. Oh, rock the world. For example, in 2018, Poison headlined and rocked. And in 2022, 4 years later, Poison joined Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Joan Jett, and a classless act and rocked that stadium tour. And now, as my good business brain keeps thinking, 4 years after that, Poison hopefully will continue to rock the world in 2026 headlining tour. I'm falling in love with this man right now. He's a business professional. Gene Simmons read this, and he's got himself in his bathrobe he likes to lay around in, and he's got his legs wide up in the air in a lazy boy right now. Hearing this guy talk about business, Gene Simmons is just laying into himself. Again, although none of this is confirmed, it takes much coordination and planning to have a successful tour. Good things happen in fours for Poison. 4 original band members, 40th anniversary, 40 limited dates. See, he keeps saying the 40 limited dates. There's 50 cities, Bret, that we have in our country. There's more than that in cities, but there's 50 states, and you could visit them all. Couldn't you add 10 more dates? 40th anniversary, 40th limited dates, 40 limited dates, Party Gross 4.0, and the May the 4th be with you. That's trademark, dude. You can't use that. May the 4th be with you. You can't use that, dude. Disney will sue the pants off of you. To all the incredible fans, thank you for continuing to rock the world, not only with the Bret Michaels Party Gross, which is coming to a town near you. Oh, you bet your sweet and juicies will do 51. We'll do 52 and 55 dates of the Party Gross, but only 40 limited dates for Poison. The Bret Michaels Party Gross currently touring, but also with Poison. Now, I appreciate you letting me take a minute to clear any confusion. Stay tuned and have an awesome day. This dude offers you to have a great day as well as being a great businessman and very smart with his fours. That's a good thing. That's not a curse, right? 4? That's not any kind of a curse. I'm powering through, guys. All right? Bret Michaels' explanation comes 2 days. Hey, see, I didn't need all those articles. 2 days after Poison drummer Ricky Rocket revealed on social media that Michaels is no longer interested in touring with Poison next year. He don't want that. No, he don't want it. Good news is, Ricky, you can do more ghost hunting. I'd like to see more of that if I could. Ricky Rocket's got a channel, and he kind of dibble-dabbles all over the place. He rides a motorcycle and fucking whatever it is. Sturgis or whatever, but you know, he's got a couple of ghost hunt videos on there, and I'd like to see that. I would love nothing more than to do a ghost show. I would love that. And have rock musicians on it, go in there with you, you know, that'd be fun. On September 10th, the Poison drummer took to his, he went to Facebook page. He went to his official Facebook page to write, I keep getting asked multiple times a day, why isn't Poison touring in 2025 now? Super simple answer. Bret doesn't want to. The following day, Ricky clarified, people, I never said that Bret is canceling the 2025 tour. It didn't get booked. I said the reason Poison isn't touring in 2025 is because Bret doesn't want to. Doesn't matter what the reason for him is as far as what I said. I'm simply telling you, listen to me when I tell you, I'm simply telling you why, so that C.C. DeVille, Poison guitar player, Bobby the Dollman Doll. He's a pretty cute one right there on the before you knew he was a man, and on the Look What the Cat Dragged In cover. I remember seeing that in a 7-Eleven Circus magazine. I opened it up and saw the album cover. And I was like, I give her kisses and her kisses and her kisses. I said something different because I was being crass and rotten and rude. But I was a little bastard. And, but not that one. I would never. Oh, no. I'd love to know in the comments who was your favorites. Who were you going to marry? What is that? Fight, marry, kiss, and kill? I don't know what the hell that was. But anyways, CC DeVille, Bobby the Bobby Man, Poison bass player, or myself, doesn't get blamed. It isn't dirt. It isn't a fight. Just the fact, ma'am. Surmise what you want from it. You will anyways. Ooh. Just 3 months ago, Ricky, whose real name is, I don't need to know, Richard Allen Ream, wrote on social media the Poison would be touring in 2025. He added at the time, as usual, there will be no backing tracks, live, raw and uncut, warts and all. There was another story, guys, you'll be so happy about this, but there was another story about Blackie Lawless talking about the reason why he can't stop using backing tracks now. But I said, I will not put them through that. So that's all the backing track talk we're going to do. 7 months ago, Bret spoke about Poison's plans to regroup for shows following the 2022 participation of the Stadium Tour alongside Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Joe Jett. During a February 25, 2024 question and answer session, Rock Legends Cruise, what's that, 11? XI? He said, hey, when we go back, I think in 2025, it's always been, to me, all original Poison. We'll have CC, Bobby, and Ricky and myself and go do another big stadium tour. An arena tour in 2025. He just wasn't thinking about the 40th anniversary. Now he has. Now his good business brain has decided, even though he's a blood. Everyone knows the West Coast Crips are the best. East Coast Bloods ain't down with it, man. Let's get into Stephen Pearcy here. Look at him. He looks like he just saw the damn devil. The devil is standing right there before his eyes, and he says, "My God, is that the devil?" And I'll tell you this right now, Stephen. Maybe it's because you're sitting in a goddamn vampire chair with a red light behind you. Maybe that's the reason you're seeing the devil right now. Rat Stephen Pearcy recalls a funny Ozzy Osbourne true tour story. He says, it was fucking nuts. Ooh, guys, here's something. Paramount Plus has released a new clip. Oh, I thought it was going to say it released the whole thing. Released a new clip from the upcoming docuseries Nothing But a Good Time, the uncensored story of 80s hair metal, which we all can't wait for. Even though that app is terrible and it's hard to use, it just, I don't know what it is, but for me, the Paramount Plus app does not work worth a shit. In the clip, which premiered via Entertainment Weekly, Rat singer Stephen Pearcy, he was like, holy shit, dude, I made it on Entertainment Weekly. Rat singer Stephen Pearcy tells a tale about something the band's one-time tour mate Ozzy Osbourne would partake in while staying at hotels. In nice hotels, you put your shoes out, have these shined. So Ozzy goes hobbling down the hall and he literally pulls his pants down and he takes a big shit in these shoes. He just had a laugh about it, like, ha ha ha. They're gonna wake up. They're gonna come. They're gonna come out. They're gonna wake up. They're gonna come and go out and grab their shoes. And I just put a big old handful of Aussie shit right in it. So anyway, he's fucking nuts. These guys are going to go out and grab his shoes and just put their hands in Ozzy's shit. So anyway, he's a real fucking nut. Nothing but a good time. The uncensored story of 80s hair metal. I thought there's a lot of people that hate that term, right? Do they embrace it now? I feel like there was glam. There was glam rock. I feel like bands like Faster Pussycat, Poison and stuff were the really glammy bands. But then I feel like the hair metal bands would have fallen into, I guess, all glam bands when they started to go. Pearl Jam came in the 90s there, and they're like, all right, we're going to dumb down the makeup and stuff. And we'll just wear like lumberjack shirts that are open with our chests out and stuff. I think that's when it kind of turned to hair metal. Does that make any sense, or is that completely wrong? It will premiere September 17th, exclusive on the service in the U.S. and Canada, and September 18th in additional international Paramount Plus markets. Directed by Jeff Tremaine, Jackass and the Dirt, 3-part series showcases the notoriously wild 80s hard rock phenomena and features interviews with those who lived it, including give me something to... Bret the Businessman Michaels of Poison, Pearcy, Stephen Pearcy, Nuno Betancourt. Everyone's loving that. Dave the Snake Man Sabo. Is it Earring to Nose? Is he going to be there? Fucking A. Ricky Rackman, MTV Headbangers Ball, along with Corey Taylor. He's everywhere. He's got to be in everything at all times. And Steve-O. And they're going to put him in a porta potty that's full of human feces, maybe Ozzy's feces, and then they're going to launch him into outer space. It will be great. That's how they're going to end it. Who's this? I'm honored. Oh, he's, hey, you're something. Boy, I tell you about this. I'm honored to be part of this docuseries named after the hit Poison song, Nothing But a Good Time. I'm excited for viewers to take a fresh look at the fans and bands' highs and lows and to celebrate the music, good times of the 80s and beyond. I hope the audience enjoys it as much as I did, and I can't wait for them to have insight into some of those notoriously crazy moments. You think Paul Stanley's pissed that they didn't ask him to be part of that? Based on the acclaimed book, Nothing But a Good Time, The Uncensored History of the 80s Hard Rock Explosion by esteemed rock journalist Tom Bijol and Richard Beinstock. It's a good thing their names weren't in there. You know, that guy that gave me a copyright strike? I would stop reading this story right now. The series delivers a fresh and shockingly candid behind-the-scenes look at one of music's most iconic eras. Each episode showcases the insanity and blazing ambition that has enthralled generations of music lovers and continues to influence culture to this day. This docuseries is celebration of the most outrageous decade in rock and roll. Hey, that's kind of cool to think, though, right? The most outrageous decade of rock and roll, and you lived it. All of you were there, enjoying it. Don't need nothing but a good time. Let's get into your comments, you guys. Oh, I'm so happy about this. We're going to get over to it. We do have some. We got the fine and fantastic top leaguers that are here all the time, and we also have a few new folks. Take this person right here, the Blues Rocker. Let's take a look at some stats. Okay, interesting. 29 comments left for the Blues Rocker. 3 hearts received. Guess who's getting a 4th one today? Congratulations. Really cool video, Shane. You always make me laugh, but you always cover great material. I could not agree before, and compliments get you everywhere. We got old Johnny B. Oh, I just undid it. Johnny B coming in and relax. Everything's good. Okay? So there will not be any bathroom breaks right now. Although Miss Althea, Miss Althea is like saying, you should spend $6 and get a longer adapter cable. Then you don't have to worry about it. And I know that. Let's get into Johnny B. Here we go. I'm going to try and keep my comments short and sweet. Just like Ronnie James Dio. I had a deal. From here on out. So with that, Skid Row should get Blackie Lawless to sing for them. He would keep them in line and make sure there's little to no shenanigans and cancel all their openers. Yep. Well, and he'd be spot on too. He'd just turn on the tape of, all right, now, I've got all of Sebastian Bach's vocal lines set up, so I'll just get up there on my motorcycle, because I will use the motorcycle Helvis, I call it, for the Skid Row gigs. But he just lip syncs to Sebastian Bach. That'd piss him off, right? Sebastian Bach? Johnny B says, Bryan Adams is a damn rock and roll legend. Take a look at some of the songs the guy's written over the years. He's like a Canadian Bruce Springsteen. I can tell you one right now I love Summer of '69 and all that, but have you ever really, really, really ever loved a woman? That's the one that sticks in my head when I think of Bryan Adams. I was thinking about this too. This is a weird bucket list thing that I really want to do. And is it called Rock Me Tonight? I have this dream that I could do a full scale, every detail perfectly done to the Billy Squires song, Rock Me Tonight. You know the one where he's up in the attic room just bouncing around? I would love to redo that entire video exactly, except for I'm the one lip syncing the song. I would wear the exact same stuff that he's wearing, Billy Squire. The place would look exactly the same. The choreography would be exactly the same. And I don't know why I think about that, but I think I want to do that someday. You know what song I'm talking about? The I want you tonight. It's a great tune, but I believe it's considered to be like one of the worst music videos ever made or something like that. And I love it. Back to Johnny B. I was a Green Day fan way back when, but lost interest over the years. But I'm glad everyone was okay after the deadly drone attack in my home state. Really, it happened there. Crafty bastards, they are, those Michigan drone operators. For a minute there, I thought maybe you had something to do with it. Johnny B says, another great episode, Shane Areno. Love the content. Until next week. ... P.S. I love P.S.'s. I was honored you waited until my comment to take a restroom break. That should be a trend. Johnny B's comments next. Gotta hit the commode. Well, I'm not saying that it'll never happen. Everyone's getting the thumbs today, I feel, because this is great. Cool, dude. This is Shane. And he's going to, I'll bet you if he listens to this, I'll bet you he's going to say, oh, yeah, I know who this guy is that's give you the strike and give you another strike, the same guy. I know. He's got 12 hearts received and 42 comments. What does he say? Do you see how it's different, though? At Cool Dude 1992, but when you click the thing, there's his name right there. I don't know what that is, but Miss Althea got hers changed. It's Blackie's truth that he's actually singing, but his truth doesn't make it fact. And then he's got a little ha 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 emoji. I agree, buddy. There you go. Ultimate Sin, let's see. Ultimate Sin. We have 2 hearts received. My friend, you will be getting that 3rd heart today and 6 comments. So he's come in before Ultimate Sin because I see a comment on Jive Talkin. All right. Let's get to it. I don't get the Iron Maiden thing. There are several stories of both of them going behind each other's back talking smack. I hate when people are afraid to say how they legitimately feel when they are actually confronted about it. Now, he's not wrong. You need to be able to be assertive. You do not need to be rude, but you do need to be assertive and say, here is a line in the stand. Everyone's got family members like that, right? You got somebody that you're just like, man, I can't take it anymore. You have to draw the lines, and you have to speak the honesty. But I mean, how many times have they met each other, really? It's like, yeah, he's a great guy. We never had no problems. And then they fuck off with their lives, and they're good. So there you go, Ultimate Sin. Great record from Ozzy Osbourne. Saw that tour with a young Metallica on their Master of Puppets album, opening for them. Mike Buchanan coming in here, and he's got his stuff. I, too, took a bathroom break during the bathroom break. It was refreshing. Did you wash your hands? I always wash my hands. Always wash my hands. I work, my hands are dirty all day at work. So I constantly wash the hands, and I've never touched the face and the eyes and the mouth. Although, I do feel like I got my head cold because my gloves that I wear, I do remember at some point last week, I just accidentally touched my eyeball. And I think that might have done it. Or it could be the guy that I work with that just will fart and burp and fucking cough and sneeze, and there's just no... I, too, took a bathroom break. It was refreshing. Did you wash your hands? Yes, I did. And congratulations on getting through that all-time bizarre post about Stryper, I think. Here we go, guys. This week, I am back to movies that are bad, but we love them anyways. Clownado, 2018. Yep, you read that right. Move over, sharks. Here comes the clowns. I'm not going to sing. Bring in the clowns. Todd Sheets may be mental. He is slightly... Okay, so he's... Okay, Todd Sheets may... I like that name, Sheets. I don't know why. Todd Sheets may be mental. He is slightly bloodthirsty, and he definitely has a sense of wonder. Even if that wonder is generated in hell. His films always show above all else that the guy loves making horror movies. Clownado put that love affair on full display, and in the most cheesy, gory indie way. That's right up my skirt. The film starts with a film noir comic book aesthetic, with characters as theatrical as The Shadow and The Devil's Carnival. There is an almost dreamlike atmosphere that, along with the lighting legitimizes the absurdity of Clownado. And yeah, for many horror fans out there, this movie will be a waste of time. But for most indie horror fans, myself included, this film is a fun time. The cast is recognizable group of actors familiar to horror fans and especially Todd Sheets fans. He has a few peeps he likes to use in his movies. He's like, I was going to say Terrence Trent D'Arby, but that's not him. The guy that does all the greats, The Hateful Eight and all that. Pulp Fiction. What's his name? I know it's not Terrence Trent D'Arby. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. He's one of the greatest directors of all time, I think. There are moments where dialogue and acting fall short. At times, it is clear that the lines ate the actor. But is that some kind of fancy Hollywood term? At times, it's clear that the lines ate the actor. But with any other film, it would cripple the value to moviegoers trying to enjoy the movie. What? Yeah. However, with films like Clownado, where everything is overplayed and overstated, it doesn't matter as much. The real money is the movie is the real money is with the movie's horror. The serial killer clown makeup, the supernatural catalyst, and the sheer amount of blood splatter is enough to make any horror fan smile. And Sheets knows how to work the heck out of a special effects budget. Even the CGI is done with a cheeky graphic novel style and works almost better than Sharknado effects. And that hurts him to say. He loves those Sharknado movies. That hurts him a little. Overall, Clownado was entertaining to watch. Grab your favorite beverage, sit in your favorite chair, pop some popcorn, and press play. All right, let's get into it. Mike Buchanan here with his regular stuff. Go watch Clownado. You can put a review in there. Dude, Scotty Hill has been in the band. Now he's talking fella that doesn't want to tour with Sebastian Bach and Skid Row. Scotty Hill has been in the band since 1987. Oh. And has recorded guitar on every Skid Row album. Uh-oh. He, along with Dave Sabo and Rachel Bolin, that's Earring to Nose, are the original members left in Skid Row. Yeah, because they parted ways with the drummer, right? And that other fella. Okay, so he's one of the... Well, they got 3 out of 5. Ain't bad. It's one of my favorite Meatloaf songs. Mike Buchanan says, well, I've never smoked anything in my life, and I don't plan to start now. Good. You've got great lungs then. Have you seen that TikTok video where you hold your breath and it keeps going down? It says, you're a pathetic fool. And then it says, hey, you're doing okay. And the longer you hold your breath, I got like... Call the paramedics. This dude needs to be a, ocean welder. He can hold his breath. Mike Buchanan says, I don't think I've ever seen Mean Man. That's the Chris Holmes documentary, but it's possible that I could have. And since it's not about Blackie, I have no doubt that he's upset, as it's always all about Blackie. It's unfortunate, but he's the real reason why Wasp became a one-man show. Once again, it's all about Blackie. Look at the album covers. Yeah. And he does mention in that documentary that comeback where Blackie's like, hey, you got to come back. And they went all gothic and they put that, what was it called? Kill, Fuck, Die or something album out. And he tried to, he basically got him back and fell apart again, but Mike Buchanan says, so Paul Di'Anno had an issue with touring back in 81. It's possible that he couldn't have had health issues as far back as then. It was also possible that it could have been caused by all that coke he snorted. Anyways, by the end of the tour, Iron Maiden had already picked a new lead singer. As story goes, I do believe that while they were on tour or something like that, Steve Harris had sent some kind of a cassette tape. You can tell me if I'm wrong or right about this, but a cassette tape to Bruce Dickinsberg from Samson. And I guess he sang on it in a hotel room or something and sent it back, and they went, holy shit. Good demos? I don't know. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Which gave us one of their classic albums, The Number of the Beast. In case you haven't seen or heard it, Bryan Adams has released his own version of the songs Rock and Roll Hell and War Machine. He also helped write the song Down on Your Knees from the album Killers. Okay. Mike Buchanan says, sounds like the police arrested the guy that was flying the drone during the Green Day concert. They got him. Why would he be inside there? I'd be sitting at the park. I mean, don't you have a little visor or screen or something that you can see? All right, it's time for the Jive Talkin Jokes of the Week, provided by Mike Buchanan here. And now, your Jive Talkin Jokes of the Week. What do you call a weapon used by a Canadian ninja? Kanakachucks. I like to play blackjack, not because I'm addicted to gambling, but because I'm addicted to sitting in a semicircle. That's pretty good. What do you call a bass vocalist who sings by himself? Solo. How about James Earl Jones dying? When I hit that, it's, oh, gee, I say solo. What the hell was that all about? And then I saw a TikTok where I'm always on TikTok. I'm scrolling. I'm like I'm a maniac. I got to get off it. I got to stop doing it. I saw this TikTok where that John Williams music, man, just hits you every time. But they put like the image on the Empire State Building. And you just go, ah. James Earl Jones. And he's also the guy that says, we have the meats. Or he used to. What did the taxidermist do on his lunch break? Stuffed his face. And finally, probably my all-time favorite joke here he's doing. And so the Lord say unto John, come forth and receive eternal life. But John came fifth and won a toaster. You knucklehead. You nut. I'm going to call you a nut. And we got Miss Althea coming in there, and you can see right there. Miss Althea, she said something about that. She's had a Google account for Gmail for 17 years, and she figured out how to fix it. I'm not asking you guys to do that, because I can simply click your little profile and say, oh, she's a top commenter. She's a subscriber. 525 hearts received and 100 plus comments. I can easily do that. Let's get into Miss Althea. The Dumbstruck Fool says Skid Row, Scotty Hill was a founding member, so he's been there the whole time. You have known who he is for years. Earring to nose guy is Rachel Bolan. See, and she answered that for me. And yeah, no one wants to be in a room with someone they don't like, but the vast majority of us have to do it for 8 or 9 hours a day. You damn right about that. 5 days a week. I don't know if anyone in that band knows what they are talking about or if they are keeping their story straight. I am pretty sure it was Sabo who said that basically only legalities were preventing a reunion. I know Sebastian was saying that, because he was all over the place going, we just got to tie up some legal stuff. And now this from Scotty. Miss Althea says Scotty, she says the whole topic is getting old. Yawn. Miss Althea says Blackie Lawless, the Mean Man documentary, is indeed available on Tubi. Den and I also watched it on that platform. So creativity is the only criteria that gives someone the right to give two hoots about whatever Blackie does. Yeah, okay. And don't pollute while you're at it. Does anyone remember that ad campaign? I think we need to pull in another chair in the stop talking room. Uh-oh. I've been in a don't stop talking room. You know, SSI or whatever, in school suspension, when it's like, you have been such a bad boy, you not only have to sit in the shut up chair, but you have to turn it and face the wall. Miss Althea on Bryan Adams and Kiss. Thank you for the shout out at the mention of my beloved Eric Carr's name. I remember when Brian started to get popular around my sophomore or junior year of high school. And thinking, is that the same Bryan Adams who co-wrote some of the tunes on Creatures? Holy shit, so you knew about that a long time ago. I plots when I learned that it was. You plots? I hope that's shit. I plots when I learned that it was. It just seemed weird to me. But the songs are solid, especially War Machine. One of the good ones. I love it. I mean, that whole record's pretty good. I listened to all of Vinnie Vincent's first one today, and I thought that was, I'm thinking, Vinnie Vincent saved Kiss. He really saved Kiss. Because if you think about it, he writes some tunes on Creatures of the Night, writes these massive hits on Lick It Up that they can go ahead and do the rest of their career, and then even contributed on Revenge. When they started to go kind of soft again, they go, we got to put the leathers back on and do Revenge, and let's get Vinny on the phone. He saved him, in a weird way. Get in the comments and disagree with me. I am sure you would remember Rock and Roll Hell if you heard it. Little tidbit. In this moment, guitarist Randy Witzel, his nickname is War Machine. Yes, he is a Kiss fan. And he has a signature line of guitars also under the name War Machine. I don't know if In This Moment is still doing this, as it has been a while I last saw them live, but the guys used to do a monster jam session mid-show while Maria exited the stage to take a breather and costume changes, I'm sure, and War Machine was one of the songs they would riff on. Oh, everybody's a Kiss fan. How are we doing on battery? I mean, Miss Althea on Green Day. Really nothing to say here except to take the opportunity to publicly complain about the fact that the song Longview still annoys me. Is that song? He says, I'm feeling like a dog in hate. Yeah, that's that song, isn't it? I'm waiting for you guys to reply to me. And Miss Althea says, Mike B's movie recommendation, I agree 100% on everything he said, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's the 1950s version. The original is the only version anyone should view if they are unfamiliar and have never seen it. And Miss Althea says, the epic bathroom break. This is the beauty and very essence of your videos. All real, all live, no edits, no redos. And I'm telling you that's the truth because I am lazy. I love editing. I love it, but I ain't doing two. It's not real if you got to do a second take. That's what you do on TV shows. Bang, and there you go. And Steve, okay, let's take a look over here. Oh, he's got that little octopi from, what was that called? Unknown Henson used to do that guy. That little squid. The Squidbillies. He's got that little character from Squidbillies. Is it Stephen Wellborn? And he got 2 hearts received in 19 comments. Okay, he's got some stuff here. Watch Sammy Hagar and his all-star band. He commented on that. Experience Vitriol. Oh, that band Vitriol's Devastation. Yes. All right, and Steve Wellborn, he say, you are very talented. And I just want to point out there are 3 thumbs ups on that. So he's getting a 4, and you're getting a heart. Congratulations, my friend. Wow. You're something else. All right, let's get out of here. You know what? Would you like to hear me? I don't know if you saw my Primus video, but I've got me my bass guitar. Now I'm going to use the keyboard for most of the intros, but I have been learning a little bit. I've been learning scales. I'm going to play a scale for you to impress you, and then I'm going to figure out a little tune to play on this to lead us out. So this is I want to say C scale, and I'm trying to do the fingers with it. I'm not using a pick. So it feels so good when you get through that. Now, that was sloppy and off time, but it feels great when you get through all those notes after you've learned them. And I always get caught on that. Bass players, get in the comments, okay? Welcome back to another podcast. It's gonna be fun. It's already done. Jive Talkin with Shane D. It's such a sweet treat for free. Come on, baby, let's go to the river tonight. Take off our clothes and listen to Shane's podcast. We know where we will go after he's done. Justin Hawkins rides again.